Okay viewers, traditionally when I introduce a new big time gaming slot I do a nice video solely of big wins and features. Now you might be aware you need 5 reactions in one spin to trigger the 8 free spins. Every reaction over 5 gives you an extra free spin, 9, 10, 11 and so on, for 6, 7, 8 consecutive wins in one spin. If you get 5 consecutive wins in one spin in the free spins, you get 4 extra spins. Basically your meatball multipliers at the top, you get 1 every spin guaranteed, and here, as you can see there, it's real 4, which isn't going to count. Every time it does count it drops down 1 row like that one will, and basically that started off at times 6 because I got that multiplier up to 6 on the free spins trigger, and that's going to be completely useless because it's on the wrong reel. Obviously getting lots of extra spins and multiple instances of the wild in the same spin will give you a big win, but as you can see I've got 1, 7, 1, 2 up there with only 3 spins left, so this is not going to be good. It's completely pointless, well, slightly pointless. Oh, I've got another one. There you go. Oh no, yeah, it is a dead. Oh no, I was lucky there. I was hoping it'd come on reel 2, but it's the most multiplier I can get is 48, even if we got all the 4 wilds counted in one go. But then again, if you had all 4 wilds in one go, you'd be guaranteed at least 2 more spins, wouldn't you? With all 4 wilds in view, it would increase their multiplier, because you can get more than 1 at once, as you can see. It's now we've got a 27x on that one. That's better. And because they're on those 2 reels, that's what I mean, we've got 2 guaranteed spins with those wilds. And there you go, we went 4 extra spins. First time I've seen a re-trigger. Crikey, 242.30. Didn't realise it was that much, I wasn't looking at that, I was just watching the reels. You can see the insane potential. Imagine you'd got another wild come down, say on reel 4 in that sequence. So when it selects a random pot of chili above the reel, or sorry, pot of meatballs, you want it to be the second one or the first here, don't you? Not the third or not the fourth or fifth. Oh, it's giving you it, and it counts. Oh, you want the second one now, but it don't. Reminds me of Iron Bank, those 2 wild reels that increase in multiply every time they're used. When you get 2, they stay in place. Yeah, that will count. You've got to hope for green next or the second reel to activate. I think that's it. That wasn't bad. Dun, 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 dun. But I won't see one that high for a while. Not terribly hard to trigger the feature. I mean, I think it comes in far more frequently than Bonanza's does, but that's not a bad one to start the video with. Take that, wouldn't you? Just to let you know, you can play it from 10p to 20 quid, or 10 cents to 20 euros, or 10 cents to $20, whatever market you're in. Just thought I'd check that for the purposes of information. Well, I've just triggered 8 free spins again. I'm telling you now, if you look at my total compared to what I had after the last feature, I set it up at 100 autoplay spins to lose 40x. And I've set up the last 4 autoplays and they finished at 60 something spins, 50 something spins, 50 something spins and 60 something spins. So the base game's been brutal. There's no multiplier carried over here, look, because I didn't get the spicy or meatball wild as they call it. I didn't get that involved in the triggering spin, so they all start at times 1, which I think is going to be a bit of a disaster, but you never know. I mean, 1 on reel 2 should really, yeah, it should really count every time this one. So it's not going to be a big win this time, unless I'll get very lucky. Like it didn't count, reel 2, that's unusual. That's not going to do anything. Frustrating when that happens. If that's not reel 2, we don't get anything there either, no. Lucky. I've got some 9. What's that? 10x that on the trigger, I think, nearly. And there you go, that one went in 55 spins to lose 40x just after that feature. I've made 100 spins twice in about 10 attempts with a 40x loss limit. Well, I made 74 spins that time for 40x loss. That's quite high for lately. That includes a 10x win in there somewhere. "54 spins to lose 40x, following on from the last pause." The base game on this is brutal, absolutely brutal. Well, we've triggered it with an extra spin because we had 6 cascades. And that gives us a 6x wild to start with on reel 2, so we hope we get that one picked. Number 2? No, dead spin. So we started off with 1820. That counts, but it really needs to be 2 or 3 there. Oh look, it hasn't chosen the 6x one again. Deary me. Deary me. Oh well, we've won £3 so far. What's the point of that? Let's get another wild. Oh, that's better. Got the multiplier one, just a normal one. Alright, so we've got 6, 3, 3 and 5. Number 2. We haven't seen number 2 once. Dear me. So you won 10 quid again on that feature. If you take into account the trigger and spin. Bloody hell. Ignore the balance, because on the BTG demos you start off with 1,000. If you dip, it automatically tops you back up to 1,000 at certain points. So it'd be impossible for me to play this balance down to say 100 or 150 quid, because if I kept losing it, it'd refresh the balance to 1,000 every now and again. Well, the autoplay, 46 spins to lose 40x, that's even worse. 54, 54 and 46, isn't it? I've lost 40x in. Crikey, I've never seen a big time gaming base game like this. I presume it must occasionally pay some very big wins in the base game, because the biggest I've had is a tenner, £10.80. Since I've been playing it, that's before this video. Well, I made the 100 spins on that autoplay for a 40x loss, just. That's the first time in about 9 attempts. Oh, got 67 spins that time. So, literally just once in 11 autoplays have I made the 100 spins on the 40x loss. Well, we're in again. We have the basic 8 and we start at £1.50, and it was just normal symbols. There was no Meatball Wild involved in that trigger, therefore they're all starting on ×1. Normally, by its very nature, because you tend to get more cascades when you've got the Meatball Wilds active, so most features tend to start with some sort of multiplier on the meatballs already, but this one didn't. I'm glad it was real 3, because that would have been another dead spin. Remember, you can get up to 3 or 4 wild wheels, because it can drop more than down between spins and during cascades. I want another one now, really. Absolutely pointless, isn't it? Well, that's alright, is it? Yeah, got the queens, but I don't. You just got to match 1 and 3 all the way, haven't you? You've done it there. Not there. You can see the potential if you get, if you get 3 wilds to 10x or more. And you get them all in one spin, you look at the 1000x multiplier, aren't you? So, on any sort of 3, 4, 5 of a kind you get. 4, well, you couldn't get 3, 4 or 5 of a kind. Well, there you go, that's another one. That was about 38x, just under. After that feature, look, 40x gone in 50 spins exactly. The base game is absolutely deadly on this. If you don't get features very often, this is going to stiff you. And the feature, as you've seen, is very volatile. Most of the time I'll pay 10, 20x. Certainly no more than sort of 50. But obviously that's so it can do the big ones, because eventually, because obviously what you need here is to get the wilds above 2 and 3, or 3 and 4 at least, up into double figure multipliers. And obviously if you can get them together in the same spin, there's a high chance you'll get several cascades of consecutive in the same spin with them falling down the rows. Because obviously you only need to match, if they're on 2 and 3, obviously they'll work every single spin, won't they? Because you can't fail to get 3 of a kind. If you're on 3 and 4, or 2 and 4, you're relying on 1 and 3 to match, or 1 and 2 to match. So yeah, it's I don't think it's their best game, to be honest. All the ways. We had a 7x wild. I could hear them. We got an all the way spin there, and the wild triggered. It got up to 7x on reel 4. So it went all the way down. Look at that. There's me saying the base game is absolutely brutal, and that's actually why, isn't it? Because instead of getting lots of 10, 15, 20x wins like say on Bonanza, or 5 to 15x to keep you going, you don't get that on here, but you do get the occasional whopper like that. But there you go. I thought that could have gone a bit longer, but we've got 10 free spins because there were 7 tumbles there. So we started on 230, look. And that's pretty pointless, isn't it, that? That's one of the extra spins wasted. That's another one wasted. At least we got it counting this time, so it's times 8. We've basically wasted the 2 extra spins. It's been reel 4 every time, look, with that times 8. Times 7. That's better. So we've got 4 quid for 4 spins. That's no good without reel 2. Again, it's that reel. It's what I'm saying, if it's reel 4 or 5, it seldom will actually count in a connection. We need the aubergine on reel 1 here. So yeah, so you need a win now with both of them active on 5 and on 2 and 4 for a 40x multiplier. Again, that's completely useless. That's more like it. Got something there, haven't we? Still not a lot, only 14x. Well, 230 we started at. So on 8 spins we've got 21 quid. That's no good unless it's real. Yeah, again unless it's real 2. And that's that. 32x. We're just under 33x for 10 free spins. But the trigger was good. In fact, that's the biggest win I've had in it, that trigger, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, another failure to get 100 spins. Well, I made 100 spins there. That's the second time in 17 autoplays of 100 spins to lose 40x. Remember, the balance won't always reflect that fact. It's like I said, because it's a BTG demo, they randomly reset your balance or put it, you know, when you go, you dip down, it goes back to 1,000. You don't always do it, but quite randomly it does do it. I think that's because your default in your BTG demo is 1,000. So you can never get down too low on it, because once you do it, it will top itself up. But 20 minutes in, and we've had a few features. We're actually over, but that's because of that base game hit that introduced that feature. As you can see, the volatility of it, most features are terrible. The one with the base game hit triggering it was a good one, obviously, but that's only because 90% of it came from the base game hit. But I did have, I think the first feature paid over 200x, didn't it? Got a chance here. We match 1 and 2. Oh, we got it. Got the trigger. Oh, just as I was cutting in that. And we got the 9s, so that's an extra spin. And the queens, so that's another extra spin. 49x, you see. It's weird, isn't it? Because of the way that, because the chances are you're going to trigger the feature by getting a wild that goes up, like I have there on above reel 3, the 7x it's on now. So that's the chances are you're going to involve a wild or two in triggering the feature. So when you start the feature, you've got those wilds there, and you want them near as left as possible. But obviously that means that your trigger often pays more than the feature does. But this time it's on the third reel, so we only need to match 1 and 2, which we've got. Oh no, yeah, well that's to get the times 7, obviously. Not guaranteed the times 7 one. Yeah, so it's keeping away from the first 2, isn't it? That it's always the end ones. And again, look. Fucking hell, this is going to frustrate people. This game is. And again, look. It's so fucking predictable, isn't it? 60p so far. Oh no! Oh, piss off! God almighty, this is worse than Bonanza. But that's useless. Again, you cannot possibly use that wild. That's when you need reel 2 there. You have the purples again, unless it's 3. No, it's fucking hell. 1.4x, you got to be joking. For 10 spins. It is, it's going to do it as well, isn't it? 1.4 fucking x. That's it. Fucking hell, there's going to be a lot of players tearing their hair out when they play this. 1.4x for 10 spins, and I started with one of the wilds on reel 3 as the 7x. It never appeared once. Right, I'm just going to do 2 more and I'm going to conclude this video. You know, at the end of the day, let's just say there's certain people who are allowed to have these games early like me, and they 93 out of 100. Fucking bollocks. How can you give any slot 93 out of 100? I mean, what criteria is that based on? I mean, there's about 5 criteria for a game, isn't there, or 6? You've got appearance, sounds, animations, base game performance, bonus features, potential or whatever. There's only about 6 categories, isn't there? And, you know, to give one of them 8 out of 10 would be high. And, you know, that's 48 out of 60 with 6 categories, isn't it? I mean, how do you give a slot 93%? Seriously. But there you go. I think that's what's called brown nosing or grovelling, isn't it? At the end of the day, I'm allowed to have access early as well, and I'm saying this is not a good one. You know, I will tell the truth, and this is not something I recommend anyone to play unless they've got deep pockets and they're very patient. Because I know I can see the potential it can produce some monsters. You know, if you get sort of 7, 6, 7 and 5 wilds or something, and you get them all in the same spin in the feature with a decent stack on reel 1, you're laughing. You're going to get a really, really big bonus feature, but it is that volatile that to pay for that, a lot of the other bonuses, as you've just seen with this, are well, I was going to say dreadful, terrible and dreadful. But yeah, so we're going to have 2 more. I'll go for 2 more features before I conclude the video. I was playing it all day. I've been on it like 2 or 3 hours now. 3 hours, I think. I hope it's going to give me another chance after that dire feature. Was the wild going to fall out of use? Oh no, I'll get a match 1 and 3. Any match, I've got it again. I have. Look at that. Well, we have actually 30 quid. They are 30 quid trigger, and we've got a 5x on reel 2 this time. I wonder how many times we'll actually see. This is the second to last feature I'm just about to play. Because I said 2 more, and literally in a couple of spins I've got another one from that last one. So we're going to start this and just see. Yeah, that's useless. See how many useless out of 9 we get. Useless wilds. Useless. 2 out of 2. Useless. 3 out of 3. Jesus Christ, this is so fun. You want to smack it, you really do. Useless. 4 out of 4. The wild's useless. We got a win, but the wild is useless. And that's going to be useless even with the wild on reel 2, isn't it? Jesus. That's 5 out of 5 useless wilds. 6 out of 6. You get 1 a spin, as you can see. Fucking hell. 7 out of 7. And that's useless as well. Well, we've won literally pennies on this, haven't we? In 8 spins. About 30, 60, 40p. And that's the only one that's counted, look. Last spin. You would expect reel 1 to keep mashing it now, reel 3 surely. No, yes it has, yeah. Not that it's going to pay much. And that's it. It's about £30. If it weren't for that last spin, we'd have won about 40, 50p. As it happens, we've got less than 10x again. That was about 9x. Okay, there's going to be one more feature. 92 out of 100, my fucking sweaty, hairy arse. Well, I made the 100 spins there. That's, I think, the 3rd or 4th time in 18, 19 now. But as you can see by my balance, it's hard to tell you how much I've actually down because, like I said, it tops itself up at to 1,000 occasionally. But I know I was down into the 800s, I think, at one point, or just under 900, and it put me back up to 1,000. So it's hard to tell how much I've won and lost. Well, I've lost, but it's hard to tell you how much. Cutting again, it's coming. There you go, you got your basic trigger with a 390 kicker there and no wild multipliers. So I bet now there's no multipliers, the wilds will start coming in where you need them. Well, that was wrong, wasn't it? Didn't then. Oh my god, not again. Bloody hell. You think it's rare seeing wins in Bonanza's bonus round? Bloody hell. Try this. Hey, actually got the second reel there, which should give a few wins because it will go down. And the 10 on reel 1 or blue on 3, I've got a wild, so there you go. Should get a re-trigger if we get one more win. We didn't, I don't believe it. Bloody hell. Well. That's another, God, that's another bad bonus. 1 to go, 2 to go, come on, surely. Well, that one will count, but again, you're reliant on reels 1 and 2, aren't you? And it goes off now, so we need reel 2 to activate. Good. There you go, so what do we have? 390 to start with. So we won 20 quid. I like the way it gives you it now when it can't possibly win with it. God, dearie me, that was 20x. 20.1x to be exact. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this compilation of features on the latest BTG, Spicy Meatballs Megaways. For me, I've had enough of these balls, and spicy or not, I've got to go and do something useful. So, thanks for watching and see you next time.